And we are live. Welcome to the Gaming Roundup, Week 11. Girls and boys, it's all about me this week. It's my Gaming Roundup this week, Dave.
And me.
Yeah, hang on. Mine. Gareth is off having an ego reduction. It's a very important operation. It's a bit touch and go. We don't know if he'll be able to cope with it or not. And as you can tell, I'm joined by my vertically challenged best buddy, Nige.
Hello.
You like the vertically challenged bit? Right, what are we talking about this week? Because I've done the stories this week with a little bit of input from Gareth, but mostly me, because it's all about me.
Clearly, it's always about you.
Right, what are we talking about this week? Alright, well, will there be VR on the Xbox? Then the travesty at the BAFTAs, because Destiny won Best Game. Fuck's that all about? Gamers are being targeted by ransomware, so beware. Nintendo has done a complete role reversal and is now bringing games to mobile. Hooray! And they're bringing a new console out as well, so we're going to be talking about that. The creator of Metal Gear Solid is parting with Konami, I believe. Or is he? We're not sure. Battfield Hardline launched this week with some DDoS attacks on Xbox One, I believe. And is the PS4 about to get video gaming chat, in-gaming chat? It looks there was an interesting thing in their TV series Powers, and they might have given the game away. So, Nigel, shall we kick this thing off and talk about VR on the Xbox? Do we give a shit?
Well, they've got that thing, haven't they? HoloLight, I believe it's called.
Yes.
So I think he's actually come out and said, "Oh, well, it might be a little bit too early for VR, but hey, we've got this Holo thing." So
do you? I mean, well, there's the Holo thing. That's for the Windows 10. I don't know if they announced it's going to run on Xbox, but do you give a shit about VR? Is it something that we really should be getting that excited about?
Currently, no. I'm not excited in the slightest for VR. Hang on a minute. I've got the thing that I can share to everybody.
There you go. So it was Phil Spencer this week that was talking about it.
Yes, this was actually Phil Spencer. He's not bashing VR. Probably a little bit he is, because he hasn't actually got something for market yet. Whereas PlayStation is very close. Oculus is incredibly close with their development kits that they keep putting out. And then you've got the HTC one for Valve. So maybe he's just trying to play it down a bit, saying it's not the thing that everyone should have because they haven't got it.
I mean, I know we talked a bit about it on the roundup the week before last, and we were talking. We had another story because we were talking about the Sony's Project Morpheus, but I'm just not excited. I love the look of the Sony one. I think it looks an awesome bit of kit, but I'm just like, I'm not that excited about it, and I'm not entirely sure that Microsoft should be that excited about it. I think the HoloLens thing looks cool. That looks fucking awesome because you can do all sorts of shit.
That looks like the thing of sci-fi, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Like you actually see in sci-fi movies, where you're putting your hands into an empty space in front of you and you're manipulating things. That does look like it could, that could take the place by storm. It could overshadow the VR headsets that you stick onto your face, but you don't know where he wants to go with this.
It's I mean the HoloLens is proper Iron Man, isn't it? You know, it's proper Tony Stark kind of thing. And I being a geek, I would get off on that. It's just this VR thing in games. I'm quite happy just looking at TV and playing a game. Not sure that I'm that fussed about playing Call of Duty with a VR headset on. The only thing I'll say about it is the Sony one looks cool. I'm surprised that Microsoft haven't jumped on the bandwagon, but I mean, it's not necessarily something that I think is going to sell to the billions. So maybe Microsoft are sort of being cautious for good reason.
Maybe they are. I think they might be just sort of saying this to sort of gauge the market, see how things go with the other competitors before they bring something out. Or they turn HoloLens into something that you can use for games.
You see, I mean, Spencer said, and I think he's bang on the money here, he suggested that virtual reality hasn't properly landed yet. Well, that's true, because nobody's really brought out their final VR headset yet, really. And he doesn't know how it's going to be sold and marketed. So, yeah.
He's playing the waiting game.
Yeah.
He's a smart man, is Phil.
Well, mostly smart. He works for Microsoft, so, you know.
He works for Microsoft, yeah, but look at the way he's turned them around.
True.
Must be smart.
True. I will give you that. I will give you that. Yeah, so I think if you're an Xbox fan and you're looking forward to VR, watch this space. It may or may not happen. Although I wouldn't be too excited about it, to be honest. I'd be more excited about E3 and what's going to be announced there. But anyway, now we must move on, and we must talk about the travesty that was the gaming BAFTAs. I mean, I'm sorry. This story came out, I think, on Sunday last week, and I saw that, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Seriously, Nigel, get up on your thing.
I'm bringing it up. Okay.
Destiny wins best video game of the year. No, no. It was not the best video game of the year. It wasn't even clever. No.
It was Halo in a different skin, and they've brought out a few expansions now, and it's still, you know, from what I hear, feels like it's not a complete game. So how a game that is not complete gets best game? It astonishes me.
I'm sitting there thinking, do you know what? I had far more enjoyment out of playing Far Cry 4 than I did playing Destiny. And I know Destiny was a new game and it was a new idea, and Far Cry 4 was a sequel, but Far Cry 4, in my opinion, was a better game. Hell, the latest Call of Duty was a better game. And that's me saying it.
Well, here you go. The other big budget nominees: Assassin's Creed Unity.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That didn't even work.
No, exactly. Mario Kart 8. It's just a rehash of exactly the same game as games.
Don't diss Mario Kart.
I'm not dissing it. I'm just
all Mario
saying
Kart games are awesome.
That may be the fact, but it may be an awesome game, but it's still the same game, but in a different skin.
True.
And then you got Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare. Yet another game, just rehashed. You know, the only one that is an original IP there is Destiny.
Yes, but it shouldn't win it just because it's original IP.
It shouldn't win it.
I mean, I'm sorry, it didn't get the highest reviews. It's just because it's a Bungie game, I bet you. But what the fuck? I mean, seriously, I was just sitting there. What the serious fuck? That's all I can say. I'm lost for words on why this game won. Maybe that you're watching this and you don't agree with me. I mean, by all means, tweet me and tell me that you disagree with me and think that Destiny's the greatest game in the world. We might abuse you slightly, but you know, because I don't. I mean, even Gareth, who always loves to argue with me, would agree with me here that Destiny was not the best game of last year by a long shot.
Yeah, we both know that Gareth loves to argue with you, but I think we're of all the same opinion. That it is just not the game it was billed to be, and from that it was a massive letdown. If I scroll down a bit, I'm sorry, I'm slow. Right, here are the categories and the winners. Right.
Right. Yeah, I'm just looking at that now.
So I'm just showing it to everybody.
Best family game, Minecraft, console editions.
Was that released last year?
Yeah, it was.
That's been around longer than. Okay.
The
story absolutely on the money.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Give you that.
Absolutely on the money. There's a few here that I've not heard of, like
audio. See, yeah. Hang on. I'll tell you what should have won it.
Alien Isolation.
Yes. That
was an original IP.
Yeah, I mean, it got best audio achievement. No, it should have won best everything. I mean, it was a considerably better game. In fact, I would say it was better than Far Cry 4.
Actually, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor looked a fucking amazing game.
Never really saw a lot about that.
No? it looked amazing, and it seemed whenever I didn't get it myself because I'd seen it far too much. I was all Mordored out, but
I was all Mordored out.
yeah, but watching it, it looked amazing to play. It looked great. It seemed to play great. It had the similar fighting aspect as what was it, Batman Arkham Asylum, I think, where you can flip from attacker to attacker seamlessly. It was a brilliant game, that.
Far Cry 4 got best music. Did Far Cry 4 have any music? I never really noticed. It had the odd bit of sort of like, Buddhist humming going on in the background, but...
Oh, here's a good one. Original property, Valiant Hearts. That was free on the PlayStation 4 if you're a PSN
really?
Subscriber. You get that free, Valiant Hearts, for this month. And you see there, best sport game, Ollie Ollie. It's a skateboard game, and that is also free on the PS4 if you're a network.
Is it free this month?
Yes, free this month. So this month on PSN Plus, you get 2 BAFTA games, which is good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. Right. Anyway, so yes, I think the people at BAFTA went a bit mental when they decided to vote for that. But there we go.
Yeah, but we had the same feeling when the Oscars were given out as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we gave that.
I think the people who are actually choosing these things, they just don't have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm with you, Nige. That Alien Isolation should have won it. Fucking awesome game. It really was. Right, we should move on and talk about the next story. Earlier on this week, the BBC carried a news story about gamers being targeted by ransomware. More fucking little scrotums trying to fuck with people for no real good reason. So yes, apparently what they're doing is they've got this malware that targets 40 separate games, including Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, Minecraft, and World of Tanks. Leave World of Tanks alone. I like that game. And they steal your characters or your tanks that you've spent all this money and time building up, and you have to pay them a certain amount of money, or they won't give it back. I don't like using the word that you use on the Geek Corner several times, but these people are that.
Yeah, dicks. I'll be polite. They're dicks.
Yes, or vaginas, but the ruder word beginning with C.
Yeah. So there seems to be no way round it. If you do, it's been uploaded onto a blog, right? And in WordPress. By the way, Keith.
Yeah. Well, we're moving away from WordPress.
We will be, thankfully. And what happens is if anyone goes to this blog, they unwittingly, automatically download this virus onto their PC. And even if you try uninstalling the game, no,
it takes
doesn't work.
It targets your saved data, which is usually stored in a different place anyway.
So,
it's just what a bunch of bastards. 500 bitcoins. Or $500 in bitcoins.
Yeah, £340 for us in the UK. So it's a lot of money. A lot of money just to get your games back. Do you know what? If that happened, I'd just wipe it, delete all the fucking games, and play it again.
Yeah, but when you were playing your wonderful game, Camelot game. We're not talking about it before you get all excited. But you would have been pissed about it if you had spent like 3 years building up your character as you did, that then some arsehole came along and fucking ransomed it back to you.
Yeah, but the character's actually saved online on.
Oh, here we go. Oh, your game's so wonderful.
No. All MMO games like Blizzard's game, WoW.
Well, they
Dark Age and all that sort of thing. The character data is saved online, so you could probably get away with.
They did say in the story that they're targeting World of Warcraft, so I don't know quite how it's done. But what a bunch of Just
be careful, people. Be careful. Yes. And what I'd recommend is at this point, if you have an external hard drive, maybe make a backup of your save games at this point. onto that, and then keep it away, and so you don't lose too much if this does happen to you. And then just do a fresh install of your Windows system.
Back up on USB sticks or something on external media. Just
a save game. You don't need to copy the entire game. That'll be gigabytes worth of data. But if you can locate the save game files of your favourite games that you want to keep playing, just back them up quickly, just in case. And then later on, if this does happen, you've got a save game somewhere not too far back, hopefully. And then just to be on the safe side, do a fresh reinstall of Windows. Maybe that might.
Be careful what you download as well.
Yeah. Be careful of the websites you visit.
Yes. Right. Anyway. Yes. Not dodgy sites like Gareth visits. I mean, because we don't. We're upstanding members of the community.
Right, upstanding members of the community.
Right.
You might be applying.
We need to move on and talk about Nintendo, because Nintendo have had like a bit of a surprising press conference this week. So, first off, they are bringing games to mobile games. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did or did not Nintendo say, we're never doing mobile games? No, we're never doing mobile games. Yeah, they are.
Yes, 1 second, I'll bring the story up for everybody to see this.
Do you think somebody just walked in and slapped the CEO of Nintendo and said, don't be fucking stupid, mobile games are where the money is?
Yeah, do you know what, yeah. We've been sitting there for ages saying you need to sort of like branch out, let people use your games, and you'll make a boatload of cash.
But they've gone one thing further. They are launching a platform which means that you can play these games across all of your devices. So like a cloud-based thing. So you can play Nintendo games on a PC, on Nintendo devices, on your smartphones or tablets, all joined together. So like a Nintendo Netflix for games, if you like.
That sounds cool.
Yes, it does sound cool.
They're getting into bed, basically. They're getting into bed with a company called DENA. Or DNA, whatever it is. Pronunciation, terrible. Who are actually going to produce the games. They're not just simply going to port it, but they're going to reproduce it for each OS. Right? Right. So they're actually going to reproduce it as a whole game, as its own entity, rather than just try and port it over.
That's cool.
So it should actually run well and play how Nintendo wants it to play on each of these respective devices. So
it's quite. I mean, so a multi-platform online membership service. So it's obviously going to have to pay for it, but planned for launching this year, and they've already said they're bringing mobile games this year. And Nigel, can we see your lovely face now?
Yeah, sorry, I'm.
And apparently, it's going to be across all devices. That's just such an awesome idea. I mean, not only are they now bringing mobile games out, they're going one step further with this, and this is a cool idea.
Yeah, we said in the past that we think Nintendo might need to start going away from the whole console thing, like Sega did, and just give their games out to everybody, because everybody would want to play them on their respective consoles. Because at the moment they can't really compete with the PlayStation or the Xbox One. I
don't think they're going to bring them to consoles. They're targeting. It says here PC mobile. And Nintendo consoles and mobile devices. So and 3DSs.
Yeah, so that's a massive market there.
Yeah.
For mobile devices, everyone's starting to play on those, and they've sort of slowly come round to realising it. So.
It's a really awesome idea, and I want to play Mario on my iPhone. I love Mario. I want to play some Mario Kart on my iPhone. So I'm well and truly up for that. Hopefully we'll see a Mario Kart game, because that's the kind of game you want to bring to your mobile devices. I mean, you've got Angry Birds karts and things like that. I want the original. I want the proper one. I want the Mario Kart there. So I'm up for this.
Mario Kart could work really well on your mobile phone because it's got the accelerometers on it.
Yeah.
Just like the Wii controller, that was brilliant with the moving the stick like that. And so if you have your mobile phone or iPad or whatever, driving.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. And talking I mean, I just think it's a great idea. But we should move on to the other Nintendo story as well, because in this conference, they also alluded to the fact that they're bringing out a console codenamed NX next year. So now, Nintendo's last console was a bit of a failure, partly because it was just literally the same console rebranded with a complicated controller. I'm hoping that Nintendo go back. They're saying they're bringing out purely like a video games console. Look, as they've proven in the past, it does not need to be as powerful as your PS4s or your Xbox Lives, but it does have to have a number of good Nintendo games for it. So at launch, Nintendo, for God's sakes, have some good games for it. It doesn't need to be the most clever console in the world. In fact, it should be priced a lot cheaper than your PS4. It doesn't need to look amazing. HD graphics would be nice, but you know, it just needs to be Nintendo. If you know what I mean. It needs to be more, and we need to have a few Nintendo games. So we need a Mario game when it comes out. We need a Metroid game, a Zelda game, and a few other Nintendo proper branded games ready for when this thing comes out. Do you not agree?
Bring back Mario Brothers. That's what I say.
Yeah. I said Mario game we need. Yeah. And absolutely. A Mario Kart game, because they are all important.
Yes. So. What they've said is, if I read this, as proof that Nintendo maintains strong enthusiasm for the dedicated game system business, let me confirm that Nintendo is currently developing a dedicated game platform with a brand new concept under the development codename NX. It is too early to elaborate on the details of this project, but we hope to share more information with you next year.
E3.
So, E3.
Yeah, E3 next year. That's what
they say next year, but I think this year E3 they hopefully will have something for us. And they're saying a brand new concept. So maybe a brand new concept, not Wii U with motion controls, maybe not what we had before with just your PlayStation and Xbox One.
It's going to be VR.
Yeah. It's not going to be Virtual Boy. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. I do remember the name. I don't remember a lot about it, but
it was this little red thing that you stuck on. It's like like the Oculus Rift, but it was really ahead of its time. Actually, thinking about it. You stuck it on your head. It was this little red thing.
Oh, I
stuck
remember
it on your face, and it was sort of like projected out. But it made people motion sick. That's what it did.
Yes, I remember now, and now I know what you're talking about. Yes, I do remember that. Well, yes. I mean, okay, they're saying they're coming up with another concept. The Wii was very popular, so when Nintendo say this, I reserve judgment that it could be quite cool, because okay, we've had one failure and one good one, but the Wii was awesome. I still love the Wii. I still love a little bit of Wii Sports now and again, and I mean, I will never forget a story. We were playing Wii bowling.
Yes.
And my mate and his girlfriend came over to play Wii, play Wii with us. And my mate is a bit competitive, and that's the understatement. He makes Gareth look tame, and that's saying something. So his girlfriend, who to this day I will bless. She basically completely and utterly acted dumb. She was like, "Oh, what do you do with this thing?" and everything like that. So there's he thinking, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to win this. I'm in this with this." And then the first go she gets a strike. Then she gets another strike. Then she gets another strike. And then she gets one more. And then it comes very apparent very quickly she knows exactly what she's doing. And she utterly obliterated him. And it was so fucking funny. It was. I've never forgotten it. I've never forgotten it because the look on his face was amazing. But yes,
I used to quite like that bowling game because I didn't use I didn't play it conventionally. I didn't do the bowling. I just had this technique where I just sort of held it to the side and go.
She had her own technique as well, but she nailed it. You see, I used to like the Wii boxing with the nunchuck as well. That was pretty good. I was always quite good at that. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy Nintendo are trying to come back. They're not just going to sort of rest in their coffins. That they are fighting back because we might shit upon Nintendo here at Gaming Face Punch a bit, but we love Nintendo. We do. and I think Nintendo is close to all of our hearts. So I'm really happy with this news, and I think this gaming platform thing that they're coming up with, not the console, the sort of cross-platform device cloud thing, that's an awesome idea. So yes, we wait with bated breath, I think.
Yes, I think so. Let's see what happens.
Right,
So,
we should move on to our next story now. This is an interesting one because we're not entirely sure what's going on. Because Gareth sort of sent me this story yesterday. I hadn't noticed it. I was going to carry it, but then there's been an update to it where he says so. Kojima or is it Hideo Kojima? I always remember his surname.
maybe Hideo,
yeah.
Hideo.
He basically created Metal Gear Solid, which is a fucking awesome set of games. Gareth used to love them, introduced me to them. I remember queuing up at midnight to buy 2 copies of Metal Gear Solid, one for him and one for me, in Game in Kingston. And I'll never forget it because it was the PS2 game and it had the fucking Matrix style slow effects and everything. And I was hooked on that for years. I played Metal Gear Solid 3 when it came out on the PS3 as well. But anyway, so let's go back to this story because we digress a bit. Basically, they're saying that he is splitting from Konami. And Konami, who are the publishers of Metal Gear Solid. So this could be potentially big news. But then in the story that you've got up, he's basically saying, no, I'm working on Metal Gear Solid 5. But we're looking for new people to work on another Metal Gear Solid game. So, what the fuck's going on here, Nige?
I haven't the foggiest. I don't know. I think apparently the story came from a source, in inverted commas, right? So that just could be Dave as an employee who's heard something, like a structure rechange within the company, and they're saying, that must mean he's leaving. And then leaked the story. He might not be going anywhere. They might be restructuring Konami and his company. What's his?
Well, that's what he said. He said they're restructuring.
So, at the moment, I don't think there's anything really to worry about. If you are a fan of this guy and the game that he's made, I'm not personally, because I don't really like Metal Gear Solid. It's not my thing.
Oh, shut up! Shut up! That's travesty. Don't blaspheme.
I'm allowed my opinions. Yes, so people don't get any. Don't read into this. Don't read into this. You might not have anything to worry about. It might just be a little restructure where he is still in charge of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and maybe it's sort of like just integrating with Konami a little bit more. So he might be sort of. I know he's the top dog there at his Kojima Productions, I think it is. He might just slot in there beneath the main guy at Konami. So
they are saying he will remain involved throughout. So that could be, he might be there in something. But they did say this about George Lucas and Star Wars, and then Lucas came out last week when they haven't used any of my ideas.
Which is a bloody good thing.
Sorry, George, but it's true.
Sorry, mate.
Anyway, we digress. But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on this story, and if anything else comes out about it, we'll talk about it again. But just hurry up and get Metal Gear Solid 5 out. I really want to play it. I got PS again, so hurry up. Anyway, we must move on. Battlefield Hardline launched this week, and it went reasonably well, actually, for an online-based game, which is a rarity these days. Except there were some little scroats that decided, what a great idea to start DOS attacking it, because they can't do anything better in their lives. Jesus Christ, haven't you ever heard of masturbating? But well, it's the truth. I mean, come on. Why do people do this? I go back to this DOS attack. If you were doing it to take down some and you had an agenda, fine. But this is not agenda. This is just purely pissing people off.
It is. We say this so many times. It's being a dick for the sake of being a dick and trying to piss off as many people as you possibly can in one swoop. That's the. It just seems that it's the only reason for it. you know, I can do it, so therefore I shall, and I shall do it to piss people off.
It's worth noting this was only on Xbox One, but
yeah, not that it makes it any less of a problem.
No. Seriously, guys, do something better. Seriously, look at porn, masturbate. Honestly, it's better for you.
If you feel you need to piss somebody off, do as Keith says. Just go look at porn and
you know what I mean, though.
Cheer yourself up.
Because I swear to God, this is teenagers sitting in their delinquents sitting in their bedroom. Because I mean, it's not exactly a clever way of hacking.
No,
it's not even really hacking. It doesn't take much brains to do it.
No, we've said it right. If you're unsure, and you missed our previous one where we talked about DDoSing, it is basically having a front door with a space for envelopes to go in your letterbox, and all you've done is you've gone and stuffed the letterbox full of fucking envelopes to the point where nothing else can go in, and that is a DDoS attack. You've filled up the pipe, basically. You've filled up the pipe with too much rubbish data that nobody else can actually get through and reach the server. It is the lowest form of hacking there is.
Yeah. It's a slightly more sophisticated prank call, really, and that's how IGN put it. It's just not clever.
It's not clever in the slightest. Not big. It's not clever.
Yeah, so leave it alone. But I'm happy that Battlefield managed to get a reasonably decent launch, apart from some little scroats. So if all it is little scroats doing DOS attacks and not actual server faults or things like that, then you can consider that a damn good launch.
Yeah, I think you can.
Right, we must move on to our final story. And this week, Gareth sent me this one. If this is going to happen, this is cool. But this doesn't necessarily mean this is coming. But basically, to cut a long story short, there is a TV series available free to PlayStation PSN customers called Powers. It's Sony's answer to Xbox's Halo, basically, and it's a bit like Heroes, from what I believe. I haven't watched it yet, so but there was a scene in there which shows somebody playing a game that looked awfully like Infamous Second Son, Powers, that kind of thing. And in there, it had somebody doing video online chat. So is this a feature that is coming to PS4? Have Sony just dropped the ball a bit and, this is a feature that they're playing around with? Is it going to happen? I think it should happen. It'd be quite cool if we could get it. Don't you think, Nige?
In-game video chat. I don't know if I quite like the idea of me in the middle of playing a game and suddenly your face pops up in the top corner. Hello! I don't know if
Come on, Nigel, you love my face.
In moderation.
Wise words there, nice wise words. I don't know. It's quite a cool idea, but it's not something that was announced in the next PS4 update. So I mean, Gareth sent me the story, so I thought we would go with it to make him feel, a bit special after his ego reduction.
To make him feel a part of this day's chat. So.
Yeah.
So I guess somebody might have slipped the ball here.
Well, it's only shown in the thing. If you watch the clip, it's certainly.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I haven't had a chance to watch the clip of this yet. But we'll have to probably wait for E3 to actually see something about this. Here's some more.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be some interesting announcements this year. I hope so, anyway. Which we shall see. But anyway, that's pretty much all we can tell you. We don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I quite like the idea. I think it's cool. Nigel just doesn't want to see my ugly mug, but he thinks it's probably a cool idea. Don't you, Nigel? Come on, just admit it.
It is a cool idea. If you can talk cross-party now on PlayStation. You never could do that before. And if they implement the video thing, so you can actually talk to your mate in the top corner as well as playing the game at the same time. Why not? As long as you can, if you're allowed to reposition it as well, if you can reposition the video, then that'll be good. Because otherwise, it might go over the HUD or something important like your life or something. Could be a good concept.
Yes.
Wait and see.
Right. Well, we've raced through all these stories this week. So we have time for some shameless plugging, Nige. We need to plug ourselves again because we're on all various platforms. So Nigel, without further ado, plug the Twitter.
No, I think you've jumped the gun here, mate.
Why? What? Oh, we have a feedback section. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had any feedback. You did not tell me. You did not tell me prior to going on this game, and therefore I must punish you afterwards because you've made the host look an idiot.
No. Okay. You were having audio problems before, so you might not have
Yes,
heard it.
I was having it. Right, yes, okay, so this is our feedback feature.
Okay, so... Right. There is a group of people who we've been interacting with this week called the Let's Play Society. So we'd just like to give a quick shout out to them and a big thanks for hosting the forums and the Facebook pages that we've been discussing on. It's a great tool that we've been using to get a community together for YouTube. Just like to say thanks to the Let's Play Society for letting us in. Thank you.
Thank you, Let's Play Society. Yes, that was very awesome of you.
Let's keep this thing going. Let's get some collabs on.
Yeah, and also while we're on the feedback section, you mentioned this the other day. My buddy Rick Blynn's been a bit quiet on Twitter recently. We just want to know if you're still alive, mate. Give us a tweet. Let us know you're all right. Please. Yeah. We like you.
You can either tweet us or send us a message on Facebook. On the Facebook page.
Just say gas wrong again. It's fine. I like that. Anyway, just let us know you're all right, buddy. Okay, now shall we shamelessly plug ourselves?
Do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Nigel, plug the Twitter.
Okay, if you're watching this video, you can see down here we've got the Gaming Face Punch logos on both our names. So come and follow us at Gaming Face Punch. We will follow you back so that you can send us direct messages. That way you can send us anything you want, as long as it's within reason. Any stories that you want us to discuss or highlight on here for the YouTube channel or for the podcast, or just general chat,
Yes. We do appreciate constructive criticism, as long as it's constructive. If you're just going to call us a bunch of twats, then we're not going to respond to that. But constructive criticism we'll listen to. So yes, by all means, send us what you think. We love hearing from you. As I said, we've heard from people all over the world, and I say this on the Geek Corner a lot. It just blows my mind. So yes, follow us on Twitter. We're up to 440 followers now, Nigel. I was saying on the Geek Corner earlier this week. Yeah, we're 427. We got 17 or something in like 2 days. It was ridiculous.
And to be honest, I think that's the guys from the Let's Play Society.
Oh, so thank you very much.
So it's a good community.
I'll tell you what, Nige, as you've been a good boy, for the most part, I'll let you plug the YouTube.
Hey, so if you're watching this right now, you'll be watching us on our YouTube channel. If not, and you're listening to our podcast, come over to YouTube. It's www.youtube.com/user/GamingFacePunch, or go to YouTube and search for Gaming Face Punch and you'll find us. We have our Gaming Roundups, which you're watching or listening to now. And what else have we got? Gaming. Yep, we've got reviews of games. We have Let's Plays and Let's Play Badlies. Let's Play Badlies are short of things, and the Let's Plays are a little bit longer, story-driven games, which I like to do. Gaff likes the short ones.
Me and Gaff tend to do the Let's Play Badlies. So if you want to see us play Let's Play Far Cry 4 Badly, that's quite amusing.
And my favourite at the moment is actually Gareth's Alien Isolation one, where he finds out that the alien can actually hear you in your living room if you have the camera on. It picks up your sound in your front room. So,
yes, that's a funny one as well. There's loads of videos there, so check our YouTube channel out. We would very much appreciate it.
And if you do go to YouTube, please be sure to comment under each video. Tell us what you liked and any constructive criticism underneath, so we can improve. And hit that like button.
Yeah, and the subscribe button. And like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Okay, so say, do it with us. Like, subscribe.
Comment, like,
oh,
subscribe.
we can do a workout here.
Comment, like, subscribe. Comment, like, subscribe.
Okay, that's a good one. Seriously, mate, we could do like a workout to this.
Oh. It's a bit like my workout at the weekends when I was in my 20s, like this.
yeah, that was my kind of workout, as you can see. Right. Okay, so we also have 2 podcasts a week. We have the audio version of this video, which you can get on a Monday. And then we have our Geek Corner, which we talk about all things geek in the movie and comic book and TV world. We have our regular Undead feature where Gav and Nige talk about The Walking Dead, and this thing on BBC Three called I Survived a Zombie Apocalypse. We've got all sorts of other things. If you want us to talk about anything, again, send us a tweet, and we'll talk about that. And we also have the week's Geek News, where we respond to all the stories that interest us, or rather me, pretty much, because it's my podcast, Dave.
And that could be anything from TV shows to films to anything geeky. Like.
Yes. We cover all things geek, and we talk about the odd tech story as well. So yes, it's pretty cool. That is available on all podcast directories, and that's the Geek Corner's out on Thursday. So yes, we like Player FM. Check us out on there if you can, because Player FM are very good to us.
And at the moment on Player FM, we are in the top 30 most popular podcasts for gaming.
Oh, that's cool. So yes, check us out on there, because our roundup is on there as well. And yeah, we are available on iTunes and all other good podcast directories. And we also have a website. Now, me and Gareth spoke about this on the Geek Corner, but just in case you don't listen to the Geek Corner, we're going to have a conversation about this now. We are planning to move all of our stuff, basically, because we want to get a better website. And Gareth has found a really nice company called Squarespace.
And he's been working on this last few days. He's
built a very, very awesome website, but we need to move all the podcasts there. Now, according to people at Squarespace and all of our research, we are able to do this. But we are still being overcautious, maybe, but we're going to warn you. If you subscribe to our podcast regularly and they suddenly stop downloading, please search for us again and then hit the subscribe button again. We're hoping it won't break the link, but it might. We haven't stopped doing podcasts. We're not going anywhere. We haven't killed each other. It's just because we're moving it. We will let you know the week before we absolutely confirm when we're doing this. But, yeah, we're just giving you a heads up now. Hopefully, nothing will change. That's the plan. But you know, being in IT and being the cynical bastard that I am, things don't happen. So we're hoping it will work, but just in case it doesn't, pay attention to our Twitter feed, because we will be tweeting about that. Yeah, you might just have to dig us out again and subscribe to us. But hopefully it won't happen. But we've warned you. So we will let you know when that all kicks off. As I said, we'll be tweeting about it. So follow us on Twitter if you haven't already. And I think that's pretty much it, Nigel. I think we've covered all. Oh yes, Facebook. We're on Facebook. Like us on Facebook, because Facebook's always unloved. I don't know why. So yeah, love us on Facebook.
And we also put our stories and stuff into our Facebook page, as well as Twitter and Google Plus as well. So we've forgotten about Google Plus. And you get the links and bits like that. If you want to check a story out, you can go click the link in Facebook and voila, you can see it. Google Plus, go find us on Google Plus. You know, if you've got a YouTube channel, then you've got a Google Plus page. Go and follow us. If you add us to our circles, then you actually get notified when we start one of these up. So,
yes.
One thing I'd like to say before we kill this off is a little extension to the LPS Society, guys. Shouldn't say LPS Society because it's Let's Play Society. Guys, if you want to join us on a gaming roundup like the one we're doing right now, then please do get in touch. We always are happy to have a guest join us and talk about some stories that you might have found that we haven't found. And welcome to talk, and then you're welcome. And in this shameless plug section, shamelessly plug your own channel and website and Twitter and all that stuff.
Yes.
So always happy to have more people join us.
Yes, we are. We're very sociable chaps. We don't bite, promise.
And I've been toying with the idea of seeing how many people in the Let's Play Society actually want to do one mass podcast and get everybody into one of these hangout sessions as we can. I don't know how many people this can cope with, but
I might have to host that one from work then, because we need a decent internet connection.
I'm just thinking, out loud. So
right. Well, yes. So by all means, get in touch with us about that. And if you want to appear on the Gaming Roundup, let us know. Send us a tweet. Get in touch with us. Anyway, I've been Keith of Gaming Face Punch. I hope you have enjoyed my Gaming Roundup. So I'm going to keep on rubbing that one.
So smarmy. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's always smarmy about it, so I'm being smarmy about it. You know, just because he decides to swan off for a couple of days. I mean, you know, it's the rules. If
I'm honest,
off,
Keith,
we take the piss. Yeah?
If I'm honest, Keith, I think I host it better.
Oh, shut up, whatever. Yes, anyway, I've been Keith from Gaming Face Punch. Thank you for listening and downloading, and thank you to the people that have been watching it live. Hi, guys.
Yes, thank you for watching it live. I've been Nigel from Gaming Face Punch, and if you're from the Let's Play Society, I'll probably chat to you in the forums. If not, talk to us in the comments below.
Anyway, say goodbye, Nigel.
Bye-bye.
Nigel, play it more, because I let you off the other day.
Bye-bye.
Good man. See you later, guys. Thanks for downloading. Bye-bye. See you on the Geek Corner.
Bye.